Come here, buddy.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you how to go from some hair like this. Come on.
Okay.
Turn around, sit down so I can do your hair. To something that's more presentable in public. First thing we want to do is we want to wash and condition this. It's a lot easier to do this hair when it's clean. We want to make sure that we're somewhere comfortable. I like doing his hair in my bed, the way I can sit back on some pillows and sit on some cartoons and stuff for him. You're going to take this out. I'm just going to show you the basics in this video, and then in the progressing videos I'll show you how to get better and better. So first thing we want to do is get this moisturized and kind of detangle it a little bit. I'm going to use this right here. I use a lot of different products. We're just going to go ahead and use this up. This is about gone. Let's see what else we got in here. Let's use this. So what we're going to do is kind of work this in. Kind of pulling at these hair fibers to kind of make sure they're a little loose. Get his head used to being worked with. Break up any clumps we might see. And I'm just loosely letting this slip through my fingers. Almost like if I had a pick, if I was picking the hair, but just slowly trying to gently break this apart so I don't cause him any discomfort. Luckily, it looks like his mother put that air, it's like an air hair dryer that straightens it out. I'll link it. It's pretty good, but a lot of you guys won't have that, so this will help break everything up. I'm gonna get a little conditioner and put in here. This is just cheap dollar store conditioner. It's leave-in. Alright. I don't know if you can tell, but there's like little loose hair fibers coming off while I'm doing this. That's the stuff that would get caught up in his hair and make it nappy. We're just trying to pull those out if we can. Any loose fibers. Now, our next step is going to be to part the hair. So what you want to do is you want to get what's called a rat tail comb. It's got a point on the end here. I actually like the ones better that have, let me see if I got one. So I like the ones better that have like this indentation right here. I thought I had one down there. I know I got one, I'm just not sure where I put it. So I'm not a fan of these ones right here, just because I get a better part with this metal tip than I do with this plastic one. But if this is what you got, you know, use it. Let's see what else we got in here. I'm not really a fan of these curved tips either, but you might be. It all depends on your preference. Oh, let's see what we got here. There's another one. So I've used a lot of different ones, and I've come to find out that the metal tip one is the one I like the most. Gotta have fist picks. Anyway, I'll just use what I got. So what we want to do is find the middle of the head. And what I'm looking for here is the center of the nose. I'm gonna follow that up to the hairline. When I find the hairline, I'm gonna look down at the nose. It's kind of, let me see if I can give you a better view of this. So we're gonna follow the tip of the nose here, follow that up to the center of the hairline here. We're gonna look over his nose, look over his head to see his nose, make sure that this is lined up, and then we're gonna push straight back. And you see how there's a part there? I'm gonna put this rat tail comb down, use both my hands to kind of separate the hair here. And there's a part. It doesn't have to be perfect yet. We just want to make sure that it is somewhat straight. So I'm gonna line this up with that line here in his scalp and go straight back again. Just gently pressing against the scalp. I'm gonna pull up gently to where I can kind of get my fingers in between here a little bit. And see, this is what I was talking about. You get those naps in. If you're having problems with your part, you may want to gently brush out some of the tangled up pieces of hair. So right about here, this looks kind of dense. So I'm gonna use this comb. It's one of my favorite detangling combs. And I'm just gonna gently try to detangle some of that. Just real gently. I'm holding on to his hair tightly in my fist here so that when I brush it, it doesn't pull on his scalp. So again, we'll try this again. Letting him rest his head on my belly. That's why I like doing this while I'm relaxing in the bed. Okay, we're getting there. And this is just, sometimes it's a little time consuming, but it takes as long as it takes. Let's see. And we're not trying to get this first part perfect, just a rough draft. And do little bits at a time, if it helps. Luckily, my son is used to me doing his hair, so he's not really tender-headed as he used to be. See how I just put the tail of this rat tail comb in his hair, get it probably about an inch worth of hair, and then get my finger in between the two pieces I parted, and then gently pull them apart. Right here. I have to call her back. Okay, so seems like we got that half-ass straight-ish. So when we get towards the back here, let's go back, buddy. We get towards the back. The point of reference I want to use is right here in the center of his neck, right here. So I just want to come from back here and just make sure that all that is somewhat straight, like so. Now, once you get this done, you want to loosely take a bundle here and loosely just put on a scrunchie on one side of the hair, and then on the other side do the same thing. Then you want to have your kid turn around so you can make sure that that part is straight. Come here, turn around real quick, buddy. Hey, I know you watch your show. Let me see this real quick. Okay, so you see how looking on here is, this part is a little bit off. You want to take this out right here. Make sure that we line this up, and then that is where the part should be. So we'll come forward. How you doing, buddy? You want to say hi? You want to say hi to the camera? You tired? You got to stretch? Go ahead, stretch. Stretch. You always got to make sure that they're comfortable because you need them to be able to cooperate. Where you going? You can just stretch right here. Stretch your arms out. Ugh. Good job. Reach to the sky. All right. All right, come here so I can make sure I finish parting. Let me see your face. I know you. I'll get you to turn around here in a second. Okay, so make sure that we got this lined up properly. Ooh. Do. Okay. Ooh, it is especially nappy. Okay, now that I got this kind of front piece done, he can turn around. All right, turn around, buddy. So I know that. So we find the difference in my line. So now I will. Here we go. So this is the most tedious part in doing hair, is getting these parts straight. But once you get going, and it might help if where's that spray at? Good thing I got a bunch of them. It's another one I like. We'll hit that part with some detangling spray. All right. Okay. So yeah, that helps a lot using that detangling spray. So we are pretty much okay for now. The next step I'm going to do to get this part a little bit better is I have some, what do you call it? I'm going to use this Let's Jam, this extra hold. Which one do I usually use? Here it goes. I like this one. This black castor oil, black castor miracle, extra hold braid lock, whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take maybe a pea-sized piece of this gel, and I'm going to go in the part, and I'm just going to put a little bit down the part. So you see that pea-sized piece will get me on his head a little bit over halfway of his head. So I'm just going to get a little bit less and just finish out the rest of this. There we go. So now that I got that done, see how it kind of lays all that stuff flat? This will help you separate. Actually not separate, but see your line better. Oh, take this out. Take these scrunchies out on both sides. Okay. So we'll go down that way. Pull it up. You see how I'm pulling this from here? See how that part looks a lot cleaner? We're gonna keep doing that, going down. So we just get a little bit, raise it up, separate the hair. There you go. Okay, we're gonna come back down here again. Separate it. Like I said, once you get the main bulky parts done, it gets a whole lot easier. And you just want to make sure that your rat tail is lined up. You want to line this piece and this piece up with the part while you're pushing through. Okay. Let's see. Okay. And the final stretch. I think I'm just going to go all the way down. Okay. Now that was the hard part. Like, it gets so much easier after this. But you see that? Let me take this. I'm going to pull together one side, and then I should have a brush, a different brush, this brush. So this brush is going to help me clean up this line a little bit. Watch this. So I'm just going to start here, just gently pull, ever so gently. You see that? Okay. That there. All right. Then we'll take this side off and do the same thing. I'm gonna take this, just gently brush away from the part, starting at the part. I'm kind of brushing that product into the hair. All right, there we go. It's not perfect, but I mean, it's not bad at all. Maybe I would clean up right here. And you make sure that you don't wrap these bands too tight. Don't put this elastic on too tight, so if you do need to clean up a part, you can pull this hair out easily. And just take it, just kind of half wrap it around over here. We'll double check, and we're looking good. All right, let's take a break. I'm gonna let him get up and go stretch. I am going to put something on to get this head mount. All right, we were going over doing this part. I think I missed some pieces. I think it stopped recording while I was wearing this, but I'm gonna show you real quick and give you a recap. So we're gonna start here. We're gonna center ourselves and get this middle line, part down this way. If we need to, we'll turn him around and make sure that our part is straight on. So come here, look at daddy. So we'll look straight at him, line up, and make sure that his part is on with the center of his face. Go ahead and turn around. Once we get that parted and separated, we work our way down to the base of the neck here, using landmarks like his nose to find the center of his head and the nape of his neck to find the center of the back of his neck. Once we get it roughly parted to the left and right, we will take some braiding lock and twist gel, go down the center of the part. That will allow us to make a cleaner part. And then we will use a brush to kind of brush and clear the hair away from the part. I'm going to show you how to do that again, but this time we're going to go from ear to ear over here. But we're already a lot better than what he was starting with. So what we're going to do is you got to work with your kid because they're always going to face the television. But first thing I want to do is I want to moisturize this clump of hair with detangler spray. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but he was kicking his legs when I was pulling his hair. That means that he could feel me pulling at his scalp. Like, watch. See how he's acting? That means he can feel it pulling at his scalp. So that means that I need to tighten up on this hand to make sure that me pulling on his hair isn't irritating him. And I don't know if you see all this, but look at all this coming out the bottom. That is stuff that would have made it very difficult to part. But once I see that the majority of that is gone, then I am going to hit this with spray one more time. All right, come here, buddy. All right. So I'm going to find the center of his hair from here to here. So that would be about right here. So I'll remember this point on the top of his ear because I'm going to start my part from the other side from this landmark, the top of his ear right here. So I'm going to come from this point here to the center would be right here because I'm going off this puff or whatever. The center would be right here. So first I'm going to use my thumbs and fingers to kind of roughly guesstimate dividing this clump of hair into two clumps, like so. See that? Doesn't have to be perfect. Once we get one side done, we'll hold that down. And then we will take our rat tail comb. We're going to start it where we know to be the center at, and we're working towards the top of this ear. Or you can start at the top of the ear and work towards the center, whichever one is easier. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to point up towards the center of the head. Use this, separate that. Again, I'm going to start where I left off and go towards the center. And then right here, I'll start right here, go towards the center, like, I'll undo this so this comes out easier, like so. Okay. Ooh. Get that out right there. All right. And you know what? You don't always have to use these. I also have these clips. These clips help a lot as well. Plus, it makes it easier to it's easier than getting that band off sometimes. See how that band can get kind of lost in the sauce here? Let's see, I should have another one of these. I keep all this stuff in my little hair toolbox. I'll show you where you can get one of them, but it's nice to have all your stuff organized. Okay, once I get this basic rough draft part, again, I'll get like a pea-sized dollop of this gel, and I'm just going to spread it. This should go from one end to the other. All right. Okay. So once I get this done, then I will just go in here and clean this up. We'll take off this side. So we're just doing little sections. Just making sure that this is straight. All right, find my brush. And I'm going to, that's another thing I like about laying in the bed. Like you see, I got my knee right here, and then I got his head leaning up against my knee. So it kind of props his head up. So then when I go to comb, I have a little resistance. His head just isn't flopping around. Okay. Let's get that straight. I'll redo that one. Again, going to the top of his ear. Okay. This isn't separating as well here, so I'm gonna put some more gel in so I can see that distinct part. Again, I'm looking up here. Make sure that all right, and that looks close enough. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, it can be. Sometimes it takes a little bit more time. But you're already doing better than you were or than anybody else was. Okay, so now that we got this done, we'll take this out. We'll take this brush. Just kind of clean that up. What happened to that clip? All right. All right, now sit you over on this side. Show you how to do that one more time. Let's go ahead and get this moisturized. So hit this whole half with detangling spray. Gently working in. Like I said, make sure you're watching him. Make sure he's not jumping and stuff when you pull on his hair. Because what if I loosen this grip and I go like this? You see how he's moving? But if I grab tightly with my hand, it stops when I pull his hair from pulling at his scalp. Just making sure you understand that concept. And again, we're just removing any loose hair to make sure, like that right there. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see it on mine? See that big chunk? I'm gonna get all that out of there so to make parting the hair a lot easier. All right, once we think we got it, I'd like to maybe hit it with a little bit more spray. All right. It is wet. Oh, there goes my rat tail comb. Okay. So we got our reference point right here. Again, we want to come to the top of the ear here. So I'm gonna take my fingers and kind of dig in between the hair right here with my thumbs at the base here. So my thumbs are digging in from down here and my two middle fingers are digging in until I can part the hair like that. See how I got it halfway done like that? Then I will take a band like this, band one side, band the other. Okay. Then we're gonna go to our rough part. So it looks like we want to take a little bit from this side. Sometimes you can get away with going real quick, and it goes so quick that they don't, it's almost like ripping off a band-aid. Like they won't feel the pain. Okay, but if you feel like you're getting too much resistance, you might have to pop off one side. Especially if you have more from one side you want to remove, you might have to pop off one of them bands from that side. Like I said, I'm trying to line up from the top of his hair to, here's another technique I do, is just kind of wiggling it back and forth like so I can get my fingers in between it. See that? That's another thing I like to do. We're coming to the top of the ear here, so once we go through what I would like to call our second draft, because our first draft was with our fingers. Our second draft, I got a clip around here. Our second draft was with this rat tail comb. Once I get it half-ass straight, I want to get that, this is actually a little bit too much, a little pea-size piece of gel, and then run it in between. Just a tad bit more. All right. Okay. Let's see. That's still pretty clean up there. Where is our brush? Right here. So we're gonna go to brushing this in so we can clean up this line, see what we're working with. Okay. So I brush that. After I do that, I'm going. Where is that? I know I got another clip. These things are very handy to have. Clip that up. Then I'll take this brush, clean up this other side. All right. So now you're in business. Let's take a good look at this. Look up. See that? Oh, let me turn this around so you can see this a little bit better. If you can get this part, pun intended, if you can get this part done, you are in business. Come here, turn around, look at me real quick, buddy. Make sure, we always want to double check, make sure that our front part is correct, which, yeah, it looks fine. Because that's the piece that everybody sees, is the front. Let me see, you see your pretty face. I still think it's off a little bit here. Let me see real quick. So I'm looking at you like this. Stop moving. So we'll split the head like this. So yeah, we are off ever so slightly to the right here. I don't know if you can see that. So Ollie's facing me. And see, nope, turn around and look at me. You gotta understand too, another thing that happens is the scalp moves. So you see how it's lined up now? And that's probably what it is that his scalp is moved while it's got these clips and stuff in it. So it will pull your part over to the left and right. But it still looks like he is pretty good for the most part. Pretty much. Like, I don't get too much better than that. I'm gonna take this, hold on. All right, look at me one more time. See that? Look at your cheeks. All right, go ahead, turn around, baby. All right. So once we get this done, we can do a lot of stuff because this was the hard part, literally. Now you got to figure out what you want to do with it. One thing you can do is, here, I'll show you with this back one. You can get this little clump of hair together, hit it with just a little bit more detangling spray. And then I like to use these detangling combs. This one has a little channel thing to where these fit in at. I mean, it really doesn't matter if they're in there. Actually, you can take these off. This is a nice brush to have because it gently breaks through all that detangling, whatever. It's okay. It's one of my favorites, but my absolute favorite is this one right here. This thing right here is a beast. This one's made by, I think, Absolute Hot, but there is another brand that, excuse me, makes a similar one that's, it's probably all the same brand, you know, they just put different names on it. I mean, not same brand, but same product with different branding on it. But this thing works wonders. Just take your time going through it. Another comb I like a lot is, let me see if I can find it. I just saw it earlier. This one's not too bad of getting all the way through. Ooh. Make sure that we're not, what's going on here? We got part contamination. Let's see. Ooh. It's because we want to put this clip on with the opening away from the other parts. So that way, if any hair escapes, it doesn't escape into the parts that you've already created. So what I was saying was, I like this comb too. This one's pretty nice. Kind of use it like a pick. But this one is very nice too. It's a Conair. I'm not sure what model comb this is, but I've had, this thing goes through hair like butter. And I mean, you'll feel how to get used to it. Like, you know how to comb hair. The thing is just using the right tools, because this is going to work a lot better than a lot of other products, at least for me and my hair that I'm working on. So our next thing is, say if we were going to make a style out of this one, is we'll put in a band right here and tighten it up. Say I'll do let's do 4 of these, 4 passes here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the simplest way to do this. You take this and split it in half, and then you kind of tighten it up to the scalp like so. Matter of fact, before you do this, what you want to do is, let's take this out. I'm jumping ahead stuff. And also, I really don't like using these, and I'm for this reason. So if I was going to do, I was just trying to show you something real quick, but if I was going to do this permanently, I wouldn't use these scrunchies, just because they can get tangled up in the hair, like you can see here. And because when you use rubber bands, if you're having a problem getting them undone, you can just snap them. So I do got some rubber bands sitting here. Okay, but say for instance, I want to do something quick and easy here. What I'll do is I'm going to go all the way around the hairline with this gel. You don't have to do so much where you already been, but get the other sides and take your brush and then comb it in. See how that cleans up. And then once we get that done, we'll take a rubber band. We'll find sort of the top center of this. We'll take this. Get it in like that. See that? So it's all done. There's a bunch of things you can do from here, but what I like to do, and what'll probably be easier for you starting out, is you split this and then pull both sides, split it equally like this. Then you're going to take one tress of hair. If you can, make sure you comb it out. I mean, you already on one side. It should all be pretty straight, but the straighter you get this, the better the results are going to be. Okay, so I'll get these. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist the hair like this. Once I get it twisted like this, then I'm going to grab the hair with my other hand. I'm going to reach over this way and switch. Then I'm going to twist this hair like this. So basically you just want to get both of these twisted. Now if you're twisting them both to the right, you want to actually pass them through counterclockwise. So I'm twisting it to the right. I'm twisting them clockwise, but I'm twisting each what do you say, like each group clockwise, but I'm twisting them against themselves counterclockwise, like so. See this? So I'm turning to the right here, and then turn it to the right here, and then I'm switching hands. Now you'll know if you're doing this wrong because it'll just look like all one clump. So if it looks like all one clump when you're doing it, then go the reverse way. So we'll just keep doing this, twisting and switching until you get to the end. This is the easiest thing that you can do. I'm not sure what this is called, but this is sort of like how a rope is made. So I'm pretty sure it's called like a rope twist or something. And then you take your last rubber band and you alternate, twist, bring your hair through, twist, bring your hair through. That's what you're gonna do the whole way down. And then bam. That's how it's gonna look. Now, say you got a little girl, you can put some balls here, maybe a barrette here, and you're in business. I'll show you how you do that one more time. Again, it's the most basic hairstyle you can do. We'll get some more gel, and we're gonna see that little ragamuffin straggler here. We're gonna hit that, hit all the surrounding areas. All right, once we get that done, grab our brush, brush all this stuff in. All right, get our spray. Get our comb. I really like this comb. I'm gonna have to link this for you. I don't know what it is about this design, but it's way better than, I mean, like this one's okay, But this shit right here, that's the truth. Okay. Grab another rubber band. So we'll put that on here, twist, run it through, twist, run it through, twist, and then the last one. Now we will divide this into 2 sections. Give it a little quick tug. And then just make sure that we're coming through, which we are. All right. Then we're going to take this. We're going to twirl it clockwise. And then we're going to pass it to our other hand counterclockwise. So here, then we'll turn this clockwise with our right hand. And then we'll pass it to our other hand counterclockwise. And we'll just keep, once we grab it in our right hand, we'll give it 1 twist, pass it, grab this one with our right hand, give it a twist. Grab this with our other hand, give it a twist. Then when you get towards the end, you'll figure it out. See that? Same thing right there. Easy peasy. Now, this looks a little rough right here. So it's nothing just to undo this. Maybe you might want to put in just a little of this gel. And that'll slick everything down. And a little bit more in my hand. I'm going to use that to slick this down. And then again, see there? And the beauty about this hairstyle right here is it's going to set you up for hairstyles in the future for you to build upon this. So again, we'll grab another rubber band. I'm gonna hold it like this, get it here, twist it, pass it through, twist it, and then we're gonna work our way up. So I pull back a little bit on my finger each time so the rubber band can get higher and higher on the hair until we get to the end. It's just something you're gonna have to get used to. There you go, there's the back. You want some water? I want to come back here so I can finish your hair up. You only got 2 more. Only got 2 more left. Take this out. Hit it with some spray. Use this one again. And the more you do this, the quicker you'll get it done. The more you do this, the quicker you'll get it done, the better you'll be at it. Get your kid's head ready for school or just public in general. All right. This comb, it's an understatement on how much this comb makes a difference. Get a rubber band 4 times. We'll split this straight here and here. All right, we're gonna twist it to the right, twist it clockwise, and then we're gonna pass it to the left. Twist it clockwise, pass it to the left, grab this one, twist it clockwise. See how I'm holding this? And then I pass this here, take this. See that? Note, each time I grab this with my right hand, I'm giving it a little twist. All right, at the end. There we go. There's another one. Let's get the last one done. Now here's a tip. If you have problems with your kid just sitting down and, acting right, you can always give him like little snacks. I used to give him jelly beans, and that's how I got him to kind of get used to sitting down and relaxing. Now I really don't have to do that anymore, just because he's satisfied sitting down just watching cartoons. So, but that is an alternative. You can give it to him as a reward for, like, say each time you do one step in the process and you think they did a really good job sitting still for you, you can just give them 1 jelly bean, and that will make the whole experience a lot more fun for you both. Also, speaking of fun for you both, I really like watching what is this, not Om stories or Bluey. Those are the things that any kid of any age and any adult would like. Let's get this rubber band. Oh, nope. Get our gel again. And when I do this one, I'm probably doing like a nickel size because I'm making sure I'm getting all the way around, even into the kind of extended fibers. I might mix it in my fingers like this and then just kind of get it all in through there. And grab our brush. Bam. Bam. 3, 4. Make sure that the ends are pretty straight. Then grab our rubber band. Twist it on there 4 times. 1, 2, 3. See, I'm grabbing this. I'm using this to help me pull this through like that. Then we will split this up like so. And when you do this, you want to double check, like this side has a little bit more than this side. You want to make sure that these are fairly even when you split these up. Otherwise, your twist will be off. And then twist. Twist to the right, pass to the left. Like there. Get our last rubber band. And there you go. Sit up, buddy. Come here. All right, so you can have it to where, like I said, if you have a girl, you can put bobos on here, barrettes. There's other things you can do as well. Here, turn around. There's other things you can do as well. Is you can do what's called like a Nubian knot style, and that's where you would take this and then wrap it up on itself like this. Matter of fact, let's do that. I'll show you how to do that real quick. So I'm going to take this, twist it, slightly twist it to the right on itself. When I get to this edge here, I'm going to take a rubber band and attach this rubber band to the end real quick. And then I wrap this on itself like this until it disappears underneath itself. Bam. I'll show you that again. Getting 2 hairstyles for the price of 1 today. And the good thing about these knots is that it's going to make like these can get wonky after a while, like say he goes to sleep on or whatever. This will stay better for longer. But this, like I said, is just a quick fix for, you know, something to get out the house, something to make them look better than what they got going on when they came to you. Okay. So get that rubber band on there, and then I'll pass it underneath itself like this. Then I will put it over once, twist it, put it over again. Bam. 2 Nubian knots. Let's get the last one's done. All right. Again, giving it a slight twist to the right on itself. Passing it up underneath itself. And then you get the rubber band. Attach the rubber band to the end. If it comes undone like that, don't worry about it. Just, again, pass it underneath itself. Once you get it like that, pass that rubber band on it. Go over, twist, go over, twist, and then go over one last time. Bam. Last one, buddy. You can twist a little bit. See how I got this rubber band on my top fingers right here? So it'll be already ready to when this one's acting up. Oh. Did I twist this one backwards? Either way, doesn't matter. Yeah, I had to twist this one backwards because these are, yeah, they're twisted to the right. Anyway, you want to twist it on itself. If you find it looks wonky, do the opposite with this hairstyle. So like I said, like, let me explain that to you. So I thought I was twisting them to the right, but like, see how I'm twisting it now and it's coming undone? It's not what you want. So keep twisting the way that it was until it kind of folds in on itself. And see, this is why I had these rubber bands on my 2 fingers like this. So when I twist and I get to, say, this point right here, I can grab this, bring it down, wrap it on a couple times, then pass it underneath. Go over once, go over twice. Bam. There you go. Now, I hate doing his hair like that because People be mistaking him for a girl, but I'm just showing you some basic stuff for now. I'm going to show you some more advanced stuff that's more appropriate for him. All right, come here. Look, you look nice. You want to go look at your hair?
Yes.
Okay, let's go look at your hair. Oh. Go look in the mirror. All right, you like it?
No.
You don't like it? Okay, let's do something different. Come on.
I want to see.
All right. Honestly, I don't like it either, but this is just something basic I was trying to show you. So let's show you how to undo this. So we'll get to where the end is. We'll find where that rubber band is, and then we will grab this like this and then yank quickly and violently so it doesn't hurt them. Now it's going to snap between your fingers and hurt you, but at least they won't feel it. Again, we're going to kind of bust this loose, find this, make sure we're not getting the hair, make sure we're just getting the rubber band. Find the end. There we go. All right. So you want to see the mirror?
Yes, please.
You like that? That's how you want it? Okay. All right, buddy. Say bye. All right. That's it.